Greetings of the day. I'm Yatendra and I'm working as Assistant Professor in the School of Business and Management, Jaipur National University, Jaipur. My area of specialization is Marketing and Electronic Commerce. I welcome all of you to the Jaipur National University and compliment each one of you for selecting one of the prime universities of the country, that is Jaipur National University, Jaipur. And I'm sure that you all will come out with the flying colors of success. To start with, the subject which I'll be taking for you, the name of this particular paper is Information Technology in Management. The content of this paper has been made mandatory for all the students of MBA programs. Whether you have opted for MBA Pass, whether you have opted for MBA Dual Specialization, or whether you have opted for MBA in Hospital and Healthcare Management, the content of this paper has been made mandatory for all the students. Now you will ask a question, sir, in my future, I'm going to opt for marketing specialization. Someone will say, sir, I'm going to opt for human resource specialization. Someone will say, I'm going to opt for finance specialization. Then why you are making this subject or paper compulsory for all of us? So my dear students, just note down my statement that without computers, you cannot sustain in the corporate world. Now just to take an example, if I ask you, how many of you can survive without a smartphone? Obviously, the answer will be no, sir. We cannot live without the smartphone because it has become the very, very important part of the life. Similarly, the organizations, they cannot imagine to be in the business or to be in this competitive world or to survive in the competitive world without the computers. The computers provide the speed to the organizations. With the help of computers, the organizations are doing their processes at a very high speed. Or with the help of computers, the organizations are increasing their productivity, and that too at a very, very low cost. Now, all the organizations nowadays are automated. In any of the organization, manufacturing is important, marketing is important, human resource is important, and finance is important. And you will see that all these processes in the organizations are automated. When I'm saying the organizations are automated, it means the processes in the organizations are being done with the help of computer systems or with the help of relevant information technology. That's why we have to learn the applications of computers. We have to be well versed with the concepts of information technology. Now, if you score 90% marks in your MBA program, but if you are not having the knowledge of computer applications or the concepts of information technology, my dear students, take my words today, you will not be able to survive in the corporate world. When companies will come for the placement activities, the first question which they will be asking you is, are you comfortable with the applications of computer? If you say, sorry sir, I'm not comfortable with the computers, then your chances of getting selected in that organization will become zero. So to sustain in the competitive world, you have to learn the basic concepts of the computers and you have to learn the concepts of the information technology. Now let me discuss about the contents which we are going to discuss in this particular paper. Like at the initial stage of this paper, we will be discussing about the classification of computers. Now different type of computers are designed for different type of reasons or for different type of activities. Now if I take an example of myself, if I want a computer for my own use, then this is the laptop on which I am working right now. So this is called as a personal computer. When we talk about the computers in the organizations are using mainframe computers. Now the mainframe computers, they have the higher storage capacity and they allow multiple users to work on the same application at the same point of time. So this is the beauty of the mainframe computers. So every organization, it requires the mainframe computer for its employees. Now, if I want to do the weather forecasting, and if I want to do some study related to the space exploration, for that the supercomputers are designed. And I'm sure that you people are knowing about the supercomputers. Just to take an example, one of the very important supercomputer is the Param, which we have heard about a lot. So likewise, we will be discussing about, depending upon the requirement, which type of computer should I select for myself as well as for my organizations. We will be discussing about the modern input and output devices. There are n number of modern input and output devices which we should learn, right? Just to take an example, a digital photo frame is there nowadays. Now, what is a digital photo frame? It is a screen which I can hang on the wall and I can see the slideshow of my pictures. Now, the Bluetooth is inbuilt inside this particular device. Wi-Fi is there, right? Option of calling is there, right? This photo frame is equipped with the internet capabilities. So I can do any type of work by that particular device. Now, can you imagine that a simple photo frame is providing you so many functionalities where you can work on the internet. About we will be discussing about the very main component of the computer, that is central processing unit. I'll be discussing about the main components of the central processing unit. Whatever instructions we are giving to the computer, first they are received by the control unit. The control unit is the very important part of the central processing unit. From the control unit, the instructions will go to the ALU, that is arithmetic logic unit. The instructions are processed over there, and finally the result is stored in the memory part of the central processing unit. So we will be discussing about how the instructions are received by a computer, how the instructions are processed, and finally how the data is stored. I'll be discussing these things in detail in my subsequent lectures. Now, computer does not understand the human language. So whatever instructions we are providing to the computer converts that information into its own language, and that particular language is called as a machine language. Now, to just understand this concept, we have to learn about the number systems. Different type of number systems are there, like binary number system, then we have the decimal number system, then we have octal number system, and then we have the hexadecimal number. So in my subsequent lectures, I'll be telling you the calculation methods where we will be able to convert one number form into the other form. Say for example, we will be learning about how to convert a decimal number into the binary number, or vice versa, or how to convert a binary number into the octal number, how to convert binary number into the hexadecimal number, and again vice versa. So these calculations we will be learning in the classes. Then the very important topic which we will be discussing is on the outsourcing. This is basically the information technology outsourcing. Now, what is outsourcing? Whenever a particular process is given to the third party, then this process is called as the outsourcing. Now, say for example, my organization, the main focus of my organization is, say, manufacturing. I'm also looking the marketing, I'm also looking the financial part, but I'm not comfortable with the information technology related activities. Like for example, I do not know how to make the website for my organization. I do not know how to develop different type of softwares which my employees will be using. So I'll be giving this IT related work to the third party, and that third party will do this IT related activity for my organization. But then again, you have to pay some amount of money to the third party, right? Then we will be discussing about what are the different advantages of outsourcing, what are the disadvantages of the outsourcing, and most important, how many type of outsourcings are available. We will be studying about the type of softwares. The n number of softwares are available, millions of softwares are available, but We cannot learn each and every software. So I'll be telling you about the broad categories of the softwares. We divide the softwares into two different parts. The first one is the system software and second one is the application software. Now, how to differentiate between these two type of softwares? Any software that is required for the functioning of a system or to improve the efficiency of the system, I'll put that particular software under the category of system software. Now let's take an example. For example, if I remove the operating system from my device will stop working. If you remove the operating system from the mobile phone, your mobile phone will stop working. Right? So the operating system becomes the very important example of a system software. Similarly, I have the networking softwares. Similarly, I have the utility softwares where I do the partition work. So all these softwares which are required for the functioning of a system or to improve the efficiency of the system, we call them as the system softwares. Other than these softwares, whatever software you are using for accomplishing a specific task, we call them as the application softwares. Now say for example, we love to play games on the laptops or on the mobile phones. What is this game? This game is an application software. I want to see a movie. I want to listen a song. Say for example, I need VLC player for that. I need Windows Media Player. All these softwares will come under the category of application softwares. So I'll be telling you about some of the very important softwares which you must learn because these softwares will definitely help you in your professional life. I'll be discussing in detail about operating systems also. Again, different type of operating systems are available. Some of the operating systems, they allow a single user to work on a single task at the same point of time. The other operating system allows a single user to work on the multiple tasks at the same point of time. The other operating system is allowing multiple users to work on the multiple activities at the same point of time. So I'll be telling you about how many different type of operating systems are available and which operating system will be best suitable for you in your professional life. Now in today's lecture, I'll be giving you a bit idea about operating systems. Like some of the operating systems are called as GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. Now what it means, any operating system that is providing you the graphics or the icons, I call that as the graphical user interface operating system. Now best example is the Windows operating system. How you are interacting with your system? I'm interacting with the system with the help of graphics and icons that are available on my screen. So Windows is providing a graphical user interface. I think the definition is clear, or the meaning or the concept of GUI is clear. Whenever you are interacting with the system with the help of icons or graphics, then that particular operating system is called as graphical user interface. On the other hand, some of the operating systems, they do not provide graphics. Now the question comes, how to interact with such type of operating systems or how to interact with the system. In that case, you have to write the commands to interact with the system. Now as you are writing the commands to interact with the system, so such type of operating systems will be called as command user interface, or sometimes they will be called as character user interface. In short, we call them as CUI. So I think the difference between GUI and CUI operating systems is clear. Now next we'll be discussing about the Microsoft Office tools. Now students, please note down this point that this is the tool. The Microsoft Office is the very important tool because it will be the only friend of yours which will help you in your professional life. So you have to learn the tools of Microsoft Office. You have to master yourself in the tools of Microsoft Office. Now, if you want to create the text-based documents, I should know how to work on MS Word, right? If you want to do some calculations, or if you want to do some visualizations, or you want to make some charts, in that case, you should learn how to work with the MS Excel. Now, as you are the students of management, so every now and then you have to give the presentations to the audience or to your clients. So for that case, you need to know, or you need to learn how to make the slide show presentations, right? So Microsoft PowerPoint presentation will give me the functionality, or will support me in making my business presentations. So my main focus will be on the tools of Microsoft Office, and it's my promise that I'll make you masters in using the tools of Microsoft Office. I'll be giving you a lot of numericals, I'll be giving you a lot of exercises, right? And I'll be assuming and I'll be expecting from all of you that you will be there with me and you will fulfill all the exercises and assignments as and when given by me. The next, the very important topic which we will be discussing in this paper is the information system. Now, what is an information system? Information system again is a computer system, right? Now, if I talk about the organization, the organizations are represented with the help of a pyramid. The lower level of the pyramid, or the lower level of the organization, is called as the operational level. And I need to implement a relevant information system at this level of the organization. The middle level of the organization is called as the tactical level, and the topmost level of the organization is called as the strategic level. Now I have to implement information systems at each level of the organization. Now, what is the use of implementing the information systems at various levels of management? Now see, in the organization, managers are there, and every now and then they have to take the decisions. But for taking a decision, information is required. So all these information systems will provide the relevant information to the managers so that they can take the relevant decisions. Clear? So the type of information that is provided, that is required by the people at the lower level is called as the operational information. The type of information that is required at the middle level is called as the tactical information, and the type of information that is required by the people, CEOs, managers at the strategic level is called as the strategic information. Now at the lower level, I implement the transaction processing system, which is the information system again. So at the lower level, the information system that is implemented is called as transaction processing system. It will give me the reports, or it will give me the information on daily basis. For example, if I want to know how many employees are absent today, so I can get this information from the transaction processing system. At the middle level, we implement decision support system, which is called as DSS. And at the top level, the name of the information system is called as executive support system, and sometimes we call it as executive information system. At the later stage, we will be studying about how many type of what are the different stages by which we can design a particular information system. So I'll be telling you about the different stages of how to design an information system, and subsequently I'll be telling you how to protect the data, or how to protect the information systems from unauthorized accesses or from natural calamities such as earthquake, fire, etc. So I'll be telling you about the disaster management plan. So I think the importance of computers and importance of information technology is clear to everyone. And I think it's now very clear that why this paper, or why the content of this paper has been made mandatory for all of you. Now I'm coming to the specific area, like what are the important uses of computers in business. Very quickly I'll be telling you about them. Like if you want to start your own business, the question arises, what should I start? Should I sell a product? Should I sell a service? Should I open a saloon? Should I go for a restaurant? What should I do? You need to have the business idea. So my dear friends, internet is full of information. You can access the information, you can find out the business ideas. What you have to do, you have to simply use your web browser, you have to select a relevant search engine, and you have to find out the business ideas. N number of business ideas are available on the internet. But what if I don't know how to use a web browser? What if I don't know how to use a particular search engine? And what if I don't know the steps to find the information over the medium of internet? So we have to learn all these things. So you can find the business idea from the internet with the help of computers. And after finding the business ideas on the internet, you have to execute your business ideas. Now, how to execute the business idea, right? Just now I told you about the importance of Microsoft Excel. I can use Microsoft Excel for executing, right, the business idea, right? Because when we talk about executing a business idea, it means I have to manage my finances. I have to decide about the budget. I have to do some type of calculations. I have to do some type of research. I have to do some type of visualizations. I have to do some type of data analysis. So I can use Excel for executing my particular business plan, right? If you are not comfortable with Excel, then you can download the predefined business plan in Excel from the internet. Now, after making the business plan, obviously you need to make your advertising material. Now, why advertising material is required? So that you can inform people about your existence, you can inform people about the existence of your product and the services. I can go with print advertising material, I can go for video advertisement, and if I talk about the radio advertisements, then I can create jingles. Now, by using the tools of information technology, I can design the contents of advertisement of my own, and I don't have to outsource this work to the third party. Now, if I'm not outsourcing this work to the third party, obviously I'm saving money because I'm creating the advertising material on my own. Now, after creating the advertising material, the question arises, from where you will get the employees? Obviously, every organization need a perfect employee for a perfect position. Now, again, some of the organizations outsource this work to the third party. We will not do that. We will create our own website. We will create a tab by the name Career, and we will post our job requirement over there, and people can post their CVs accordingly. So by having my own website, I can hire employees. Now, again, with the help of the information technology or the power of internet, I can advertise my products and services. We have seen n number of advertisements on YouTube, on the Facebook. So similarly, I can create the electronic advertisements of my own. I can paste that on the popular websites, right? Similarly, I can use internet to sell my products. Like, for example, we have seen the examples of Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal. Similarly, I can create my own website and should start selling the products. Now, because I am saving the money, because I am doing the work myself, it means you can reduce the cost of your product and cost of your service development, right? With the help of computers, by doing promotional things on the internet, you can increase the demand for your services, right? And finally, you can faster your business processes and you can generate your reports at a very fast speed. And believe me, students, if we are familiar with the applications of computers and if we are comfortable with the tools of information technology, then we can start our own business and we can earn huge amount of profit, right? So this is the information which I wanted to share with you in my first lecture. I think I'm successful in sharing the importance of computers and information technology in the professional life. So in my next lectures, we will be discussing about the IT outsourcing in detail and other relevant topics in detail. Till that time, I wish you all the best, and once again, I welcome all of you to the Jaipur National University, Jaipur. Thanks a lot and wish you all the best.